we're gonna have a massive harvest this year.
Yeah, I think so. To the point where I'm like, I'm gonna have to call my friends because this is too much for us.
Oh, the light's terrible. Oh, that pressing pressure on my head. I'll just stand over here in the shade. Good morning, beautiful people. I think it's morning for another 5 minutes. Technically it's noon. I'm getting kind of a late start out here this morning. Had a whole bunch of errands I had to run this morning and it ate up most of the morning. Today is the day we pour a whole bunch of concrete in this here wall. Basically the last thing I have to do before I can get my next inspection is I gotta pour concrete and attach the sill plate. So, sill plate anchors, sill plate, concrete, all that good stuff. We're gonna get as much as we can today. I have my helpers. This big wall, I need help shrugging a bucket of concrete up there to dump in the wall. It's kind of a chore, and that's where strapping young lads come in. But the rest of the wall is not too bad. As you go up, it gets a little easier to pour a bucket of concrete. So that's what we're gonna do today. We have a whole bunch of concrete sitting over here. There's the mixer, there's the concrete under this tarp. It's, I think, 40 some odd bags, 42 bags. So we are gonna have a concrete party. We're gonna get busy and we're just gonna, I guess, have fun. We're gonna get as far as we can get today. We did 2 of these. I think it takes almost 100 pounds to do each cell in this tall part of the wall. That concrete mixer will handle, I think we put 2 80-pound bags in it. It'll handle that. These bags are 60s, so they're a lot easier to handle. So we're just gonna keep it mixing and start filling the wall. Whew, it is bright out here. All right, anchors are all in, concrete is poured. Woohoo! And that feels good. I'm gonna go stand in the shade. It is freakishly bright up against that house with all the block. Like, it's really bright. Stand here with this beautiful thing in the background. Okay, that, aside from attaching the sill plate, which I'm gonna count that as, that's woodwork. Like, I'm working with wood. I've got my sill plate, I got it the other day. Once these anchors are set and all the concrete is, set, I can put those sill plates on, but sadly it won't be today. I thought I got fast setting concrete at Home Depot the other day, and I did not. I got high strength. All right, I guess that marks the end of what I can do right now. Maybe by late this afternoon, I might be able to get out here and put the sill plate on, but I'm not gonna like tighten down those nuts on the sill plate with the concrete not completely set up. But at least by tomorrow, I can get out here and start moving on to the fun stuff. we are actually going to take a minute out of our busy schedule, and we're going to talk about our orchard.
Yes.
Now is like a really good time of year to talk about the orchard and talk about the trees in it. As we walk through this completely loaded orchard. I mean, look at this peach tree right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's fruit
so many
everywhere. We've never had a fruit set this good the entire time we've been here. This is probably going to be the best fruit year. Everything set fruit, all of the apple trees, peach trees, nectarine trees, everything. Those of you that have been watching for a while know that when we first got here, Stark Bros reached out to us and they were like, we would like you guys to have some trees.
Yeah.
We were already going to buy trees anyways, and it was perfect timing. We got a whole bunch of trees. Basically, they set us up with our orchard right when we got here.
Yeah.
And it was freaking amazing. Look at this nectarine.
I know.
It's so much fruit. Jeez. It's crazy.
So all these trees, that was in 2019.
That was in 2019?
This will be their 6th year here, and they are doing amazing.
Fantastic.
They look so good.
When we planted this, I mean, look at the size of that trunk. It's got some girth to it. When we planted this tree, it was a bare root tree that was like this big. I mean, it wasn't much bigger than this branch Meg's holding onto. Like
much.
it was a tiny little tree. Yeah,
No.
loaded with fruit.
Like, we are having the best year yet. They're well established. They've done great. And this year the frost didn't hit them. So
This year the
we're
frost
like,
didn't hit them. Walking up here into this nectarine tree right here, it's just absolutely loaded. Honestly, we should come out here and prune off a whole ton of these.
Should, yeah. And it has self-pruned a little bit as well.
Yeah, I see a whole bunch on the ground.
I mean, because there's so much fruit.
There's so much. Like, it's like every other flower set. I would say this orchard is finally
established.
Yeah. Like, it's getting there.
Yeah, we've got some pears. We've got apples, multiple apples. I have a map inside of like what each tree is. But we've got just about everything we want. We've even got figs down at the end.
So I guess you could say this is the orchard that Stark built. We love our Stark trees.
Yeah, they've been amazing.
As I round the bend, actually right where I'm standing right here, this used to be a tree. This was an apple tree that we got from a local nursery, and it didn't survive. All of our Stark trees have survived.
Yes.
And honestly, it's been a lot of neglect. This is way far away from the house, and it's a long ways to drag a hose. Basically, the only thing I've done out here is I'll come out here and I'll put wood chips around the trees. I'll mow, obviously we mow, but other than that, they're pretty much on their own and they're thriving.
Yes.
This past winter, I ran the chickens in here because the weeds had kind of gotten pretty out of control. And I let the chickens wipe out all the wood chips, rake everything down to bare earth. Then I came back in and re-chipped. So yeah, we haven't lost any trees in spite of ourselves.
Yes.
We've been very, very happy with all these Stark trees. Man, look at this nectarine.
It is, I'm so excited. I love nectarines. Very much love nectarines, and I'm very excited for this. This is going to be great. So we wanted to let you guys know that Stark Bros is actually having a sale right now. They're having their customer appreciation sale where it's up to 75% off on just about everything. So that's a pretty good sale.
That's a great sale, actually.
We wanted to tell you guys about that because we love our Stark trees. They are great. This is running through the 5th, so you have some time. They ship to just about everywhere. And they have all kinds of plants for all kinds of different zones. So if like we're in North Carolina and we get a lot of weather, I think we're a zone 7B.
We were 7B, but then the USDA is like, no, you're an 8A.
Okay, so we did bump up a zone a little bit, but they have plants for all kinds of zones. And actually what I love about the website is when I get on there to go shop, you can have a checkbox for your zone and they will only show you plants in that zone. And then they ship them out at the right time for your growing season. And you can order bare root or you can order pots of things.
Which we've done both. We've done potted trees, we've done bare roots.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, personal opinion, I feel that the bare roots do way better because they have, like, they adapt to your soil. Mm-hmm. It seems like they get a faster head start. The thing I've noticed with potted ones is sometimes they can be slower. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've had really good luck.
Although I will say our blueberries that we got from Stark, they were potted and they are doing so much better than the ones we got from our local nursery.
Yeah,
they're doing fantastic.
The
actually.
ones from our nursery, some of them have done okay, but generally a lot of them they haven't grown. They've just kind of stayed small.
But our Stark ones,
the Stark ones,
vigorous.
they're waist high, and honestly, off of 6 plants from Stark, we're probably going to harvest almost as much as what we have out here.
Yeah. So, like I said, you guys can get up to 75% off. Not everything 75, but you know, you go pick and choose. And I will drop a link for you guys below, so you can go get your. This is like the perfect time to be planting and doing things and
it's spring,
getting things in. Yeah, and we just wanted to show it off because it's really beautiful. We've been out here like every other night checking the orchard, like, look at this fruit, look at how big it's getting. Oh, this one's set. This is so exciting.
I can't believe all the peaches and nectarines.
Yeah, it's insane.
Every year we watch fruit set, and then we have a late frost, and all the fruit gets wiped out. And this year we didn't have a late frost. I mean, knock on wood. Like,
I mean, we should be fine.
We should be fine.
Yeah.
Usually around Mother's Day that's when everybody says to plant around here. So I think we're in the clear.
Yeah, we should be good.
I think we're gonna have a massive harvest this year.
Yeah, I think so. To the point where I'm like, I'm gonna have to call my friends because this is too much for us. Yeah, they're doing great.
What a problem to have.
Right?
When we were planting these itty bitty trees, 6 years ago, I was like, it's gonna be a while, but it goes quick.
It does.
And all of a sudden it's like, whoa, if all of this fruit sticks around, this is more than we can deal with.
Yeah.
What a problem to have.
What a problem. We can just give it to others. So, like we said, if you guys are looking to get started in your orchard or berries, or they also have like herbs and stuff like that.
Which we've gotten those too.
Yeah, and then they've all done very well. Go check out Stark Bros. Like I said, I'll leave a link below, and hopefully you guys can get yourself some plants.
All right, it is that time of the evening. Time for
Cheeseburger Mac.
I think the baby was blocking your
fine.
face.
She's cuter than I am. So, alright.
So, Cheeseburger Mac.
Yeah.
I think anybody who's watched our channel for any amount of time remembers Cheeseburger Mac.
Yeah. Sorry, that's making a lot of noise.
It's kind of like Hamburger Helper, but way better.
Yes.
Like it's just like a good hearty pasta dish.
Yeah, so it's just, mac and cheese basically that I make homemade. So pasta and milk and cheese with hamburger in it.
It's delicious.
And ketchup and mustard. And
it kind of has like a cheeseburger feel. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
6 cups of pasta. So you cook the pasta with the meat?
Yeah, I cook it all together. And then the milk goes in there. And thank you, baby. As the pasta cooks and absorbs the milk, the moisture from the milk, it releases starch into the milk and it thickens the milk. So you get the sauce all in one. I don't have to add flour.
I will say, usually she puts so much cheese in this, I'm rather shocked that it doesn't come out cheesier.
Yeah.
Like, she puts a lot of cheese in this dish.
I do.
Wow. Did you say wow?
Wow.
Did that look like a lot of milk? Wow. It was a half a gallon of milk? Mm-hmm. That warranted a toddler wow.
Wow.
So this one talks, but not like her sister did.
Yeah.
This one is like, yeah, no, I'm gonna communicate enough to get my point across, and that's it. This one is just really quiet, and generally she's you're really quiet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It's almost like polar opposites, this baby from the last one.
So I'm just gonna let this come to a simmer and simmer its little heart out until the pasta's done, and then we'll add copious amounts of cheese.
Copious amounts of cheese, she says. Now it's a permanent kitchen fixture.
It is, yeah.
All right, so I don't think we've really showed this in a video. We got this over a year ago at an auction.
Yes.
This is like a...
It's called a king
cutter with a K.
Yeah.
Food and vegetable cutter. So, explain why you got this.
I have a thing where I like to buy non-electric versions of appliances so that if the power is ever out for a long period of time, or maybe I break, like my food processor or something, then I have backups. I like to have redundancy in a lot of things. And so I bought this at an auction because I was like, hey, this is a non-electric food processor. And I think what's ironic is when we had Hurricane Eileen and the power did go out for a long period of time. I never use this though. When you're in the middle of a powerhouse.
There wasn't a whole lot of food processing that we needed to do.
I was not concerned about shredding cheese, but I was like, hey, we've got it. So something came up. We were like doing potatoes, I think, and Brett was like, hey, don't we have that vegetable thing? Do you think that would shred potatoes really well? And we were like, oh yeah, that's right, we bought that. Let's go get it and try it. It works fantastic. I cannot believe it's taken us a year to even try it.
Truly fantastic.
Yes.
So like,
we've been really into it lately.
Cheese, making hash browns. We make hash browns every weekend.
Yes.
Like that's kind of our like Sunday morning thing is hash browns and eggs. Man, does it make processing potatoes quick.
It does. It's quite a bit easier on the cleanup. Not having to pull apart the food processor and all that kind of stuff. I'll just have to rinse this basically. I mean, we wash it, but it's pretty simple.
It also does other things that we've tried out too.
So it has a just slicer. So if you want to do like regular potato chips, it has a waffle cut one for like potato chips or zucchini or something like that. And then it's got fine shred and large shred.
I think it has 3 different size shreds, right? Like a super giant shred.
Oh, yes. It's got the tiny, like, Parmesan one. Like, when you go to Olive Garden and they got the little thingy.
This is just a giant version of that.
It's a giant version of that, yeah. So it does, like, fine Parmesan shreds. So I'm going to get this cheese shredded up, and I'll show you guys how awesome this thing is.
All right.
So this
Found
is a little cone attachment. Flip that up. Put in a piece of cheese. We had to attach it to the...
Yeah, we found C-clamping it to the island really helps.
Better. Make sure the bowl isn't... Okay, so my cheese is quite crumbly because I froze it beforehand. I bought extra and froze it, so it's a little crumbly, but that's it. I needed a bigger bowl, but it's... Oh, it's right there.
It was clean.
It was
clean. Is that it? Yep,
yeah, that's
it.
The one. The shred's great.
Like, it's nearly as fast as the food processor.
It is, yeah.
And it's way easier to clean than the food processor.
It is, and I think it actually shreds better because it's like thicker shreds.
Like, well, cheese that hasn't been frozen shreds a lot better. But these are like hefty pieces of cheese.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, she says as she stuffs them in her mouth.
Boom, just like that.
There we go.
All the cheese.
Yep. And then all we gotta clean is just these two.
That right there.
That goes up. Let's see. You got a big old piece. That's good. So the only downside is you do need to stir it kind of frequently because it will stick to the bottom if you're not careful. All right, pasta is cooked. Now just some mustard. This looks like slop.
Yeah, it does look like slop. Every time I see you make it, like we get the Worcestershire sauce in the half gallon.
Yeah.
We get mustard and ketchup to squirt in here, and it's just like this is slop.
Yeah.
But it's really good slop.
And I put a little minced onion, minced onion in there. So that'll get mixed in. And then the cheese, and then I adjust for salt. And that's good.
Did you add the cheese?
Not yet.
You need the cheese?
I do.
Hey, I summon cheese.
Magic
Ta-da.
cheese. Ta-da. Thank you. Yeah, I won't need all of this cheese.
You won't need all that cheese, huh?
I mean, I like copious amounts of cheese, but I won't need all of that.
So this is what happens when you measure from the heart.
Yeah.
You might use half a pound. You might use 2 pounds.
Yeah.
It's just...
My family approves, and I just like to make my family happy. So there we go. And this gets ooey gooey. And
very
delicious.
ooey gooey. Tastes good.
It's good. If I had vegetables right now, I would do like a side salad, but I actually need to go to the store and get vegetables. So
just pasta.
Just pasta tonight with meat.
It's all good. Come on, Chunkamaka, let's eat. I think that we finished the concrete, and please bless this food for our bodies in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, that was delicious as always. It's always a hit. I think everybody's on thirds.
Yeah, I think so.
I had seconds, so like I'm doing pretty good. What about you? How many did you have?
2 servings.
2 servings off of her plate. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it good? Yeah. All right, that is gonna do it for us for today. So we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. I'm still on my first serving.